Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and people of all ages. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Josh, and today we are going to count up the top 10 dopest vintage Marvel t-shirts on eBay that you can purchase right now. Let's get into the list. Now, to be certain and honest, I was not a comic book kid. I didn't grow up reading comic books and getting them delivered to me and just, memorizing them. I didn't do that. But I did love the Marvel Universe, and I watched a lot of the cartoons on TV at the time, like X-Men and Spider-Man. Though I do agree that the greatest of all superheroes is not a Marvel comic book character at all. It is, in fact, Batman. But because DC produced Batman, they also produced the worst of all superheroes, and that is Superman. And you can at me in the comments below. I'm right, you're wrong, Superman sucks. Anyway, Marvel in the early 90s produced these amazing series of t-shirts which took scenes from the comic books and put them on t-shirts in big mega prints and all over prints and lots of colors and super cool action shots. And you can actually find, I think, some of the comic book number information on the copyright of those graphics. They are definitely some of the coolest vintage t-shirts that exist. Now, not every t-shirt on this list is from that series. Those t-shirts are typically incredibly high priced, so I mixed in some other cool ones in there just so it didn't feel like it was the top 10 most expensive, because that can get pretty crazy, just ridiculous. So there's definitely some other ones in there that I think are also worthy and pretty dope as well. Now remember, this list is just my opinion. After looking through hundreds and hundreds of listings, these are the dopest ones that I've found. I've left links below to where you can go and look at these listings yourself. Maybe you're interested in buying one. Maybe you have a few $1,000s and you've been looking for a vintage Marvel tee. I don't know. But this is the list that I came up with. It is not objective. If you disagree, fight me in the comments. That's dope. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the list. Here at number 10, it's this Wolverine t-shirt. It's Wolverine coming at you. Wolverine's one of my favorite characters, so you're going to probably see him a bit on this list, no doubt. But this t-shirt's super dope. I love the lines. I love his action pose. The colors are great. There's only one character on this particular one, but it's still super dope. I think that it's the same front and back of this t-shirt. Incredible t-shirt. It's got some value to it as well, because it is part of that early 90s series, but super sick all around. Now at number 9, we have our first entry that is not from that early 90s series. This is actually from the late 90s, early 2000s. This one is produced by Mad Engine, and it's a dope Venom t-shirt. Most of the t-shirts on this list are going to be hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in price. But this one you can get between $30 and $50. I've had it a handful of times come through our shop, but definitely one of the cooler sort of mainline vintage t-shirts. Definitely one you can get that's affordable and still pretty cool. Now here at 7, we have another one that's not part of that big Marvel series, but I still think is so cool. It's another Wolverine. He's coming back at you, and it's with this Universal Studios Amusement Park Wolverine t-shirt. The tie-dye X with the blue and yellow, so good. Wolverine bursting through that thing. It's a perfect combination of dope t-shirt genres. I definitely think this is one of the coolest ones. I think it's a couple $100, so it's not incredibly expensive relative to the rest of them. Definitely an a sleeper, underrated for sure. Get your hands on it if you can. Now at number 7, we have a rare Punisher tee. This is Punisher 2099. This is an incredible t-shirt. I've had a couple of the Punisher tees from this Marvel series, and they are super dope. This one perhaps is the dopest. I love the yellow lines, the red color. I mean, there's so many things about this t-shirt to like. It's such a rad design. Probably the best Punisher t-shirt that exists. That's what I would say. I'm not a huge Punisher fan myself, but as far as Punisher goes, this is definitely taking the cake. All right, now an obscure one here. Some people don't even realize is Marvel at all, but it's Howard the Duck, 1985 promo tee. And Howard the Duck had a early Marvel movie in the 80s that was not particularly family friendly. I do believe he has a couple cameos in the Disney Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is, pretty funny. But this one's pretty obscure, pretty hard to find from a movie that didn't really do very well either. I think it's certainly the worst performing of every Marvel movie that's ever existed. I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the truth. But still a cool t-shirt, obscure and vintage, that's sort of the name of the game. Now at number 5, we have a Venom tee, which I think is one of the cooler ones. The colors make this for me. The dark blue and the eerie iridescent green definitely give that creepy dark vibe that Venom definitely has. And I think this is one of the best Venom tees that is in existence. From I think 1996, so a little bit later than some of these other Venom tees that we'll probably see. But still super dope, an incredible t-shirt. Alright, at number 4 we have an X-Men tee that features a few more characters. I think Bishop and Cable are in there along with Wolverine. I freaking love the tiger stripe look on here. I think it just gives it lots of texture and contour. Of course, Wolverine's pretty high on my list, so this one definitely takes the cake here at number 4. Super cool t-shirt. Alright, at number 3 we have Ghost Rider, and I don't mean the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, though it would be kind of cool to see if would bring that Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider into the Disney Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think it would be fun. But this t-shirt's from 1996, long before that. Super cool. Love the lines. The colors are incredible on this t-shirt. Definitely one of the better Marvel t-shirts out there that exists, period, of all time. In my opinion, there is one other Ghost Rider tee that almost made this list, but I definitely think this one's better than that one. But that is my opinion. So still a cool tee. It's going to cost you a pretty penny. It's several $1,000s, I believe. You can check it out in the links below. But still super dope. Now at number 2, we have a t-shirt that I have in fact owned myself. This is the Venom tee. I got this from a guy on Facebook Marketplace who was selling this t-shirt and 2 other Punisher tees. Actually, 3 other Punisher tees. This is one of them. I still have this after all this time from the 2002 movie, the Punisher movie. And I got these for $8 a piece, if you believe it or not. I was just scrolling through Facebook Marketplace a few years ago and saw this guy, take some dingy photos of the t-shirts in his living room. And I said, hey, I'll be right there. And I was 2 hours away, so I drove straight there. Handed him the cash. He handed me the t-shirts. I had to deal with some smoke issues, but nonetheless, they sold, I think, that evening for $600 something plus each. So definitely worthwhile for me. Definitely a very rare occasion to find those t-shirts, but still super cool. And this t-shirt is, in my opinion, the best Venom t-shirt of all time, and definitely the best one on eBay. Alright, now before we get to number 1, if you would be so kind as to like this video and comment below which one of these is your favorites. And if you like content like this, subscribe for more. We would greatly appreciate it. Now, number 1 is not only the dopest Marvel t-shirt on eBay, I think it's the dopest Marvel t-shirt of all time, personally. And it's this Magneto tee. It's all over print, the purple, the reds, the intensity of the image. Like, I don't think there is a better one. It's also very, very rare. I think the person has it up for like $30,000. I don't know. Double checked it in the links below, but it's really high. Maybe he'll take less than that, but it's definitely rare, and it's definitely one of the most intense and cool Marvel t-shirts of all time. I just think it's super dope. I will never probably own it unless I can, find it in the wild somewhere and pay a few cents, a few dollars for it. But that's incredibly unlikely at this point. They are, highly sought after, so people are out there looking for them. But still, this t-shirt, nonetheless, is the number 1. It's the number 1 Marvel banger on eBay right now. Hands down. There's no argument. I'm sorry. There's just no argument. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next one. Peace.